that theme song rather of PG. I was gonna say tune and then I said team instead, but anyway, theme song of PGL. English is hard. Welcome everyone to the first ever LEC post-game lobby of 2021. I'm Sjokz, joined here by Medic, and in a little bit we're going to be joined by VandeR as well. Of course, Misfits just won their opening game versus Fnatic. So, you know, before VandeR gets here, let's take a look at the standings from the opening day of the LEC spring season and what has happened so far.
Yeah, I mean, there are some things that aren't too surprising. G2 won their first game against Mad Lions. They are sitting at the top of the standings, and Rogue winning as well. Misfits Gaming winning, though, a little bit more shocking. And the way they did it, the style they did it was exemplary. I'm really looking forward to hearing from VandeR later. Then we had a couple of middle-of-the-pack games with Sjokz just about eking out the win, and SK able to pick up a win there as well. So
I actually was quite impressed by SK. I mean, I know it is versus Astralis, a team that we don't expect too much from immediately, but I still think they also have a lot of new members, and they played a very convincing game.
I think this is the thing, right? Like, on the first day, the best you can do is win. And if you win really convincingly, that's great. But in all honesty, as long as you're picking up the wins early on, it takes a while for you to really find your identity. So yes, I'm impressed by SK as well. I don't think they showed us like top of the table performance, but it's a promising start for them.
Absolutely, and it was, for me, a more than promising start for Misfits and for VandeR, who I think is joining us right now. It's going to be like a dramatic that is going to appear on the screen. Yay, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hi, I love your hair, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It's from the Worlds, you know?
Yeah, I remember.
The color.
I remember indeed. Well, welcome, VandeR. It's great to see you. Congratulations on your first win.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I mean, yeah, I'm happy we did it. We beat Fnatic, a strong team. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really know how we're going to do today, because it's a new season, and like you don't really know what to expect and how all the teams play. So we just came with our like plan or identity and tried to win.
Tell me about, I think you can see this team fight as well, which really broke open the game. What can you tell me about kind of the beginning of the game, then that first team fight, and how that really changed the course of the game for you?
I think this fight was a little bit random in a way that we just wanted to group up and look for the Galio-Telia combo, you know, the interaction, and we can basically one-shot anyone, and we knew Leona has no flash. We also expected Hecarim in the jungle, so we're just looking for someone, and suddenly it's like a 4v4 team fight, or like 5v5 even, so yeah, it was a little bit of a flip, I would say.
Well, we had a bit of a break, and we got to talk a lot about the draft, and we actually
This was a good play.
This was a good play?
Yeah.
This was sick, actually.
I liked it.
Yeah, maybe let's jump on the game of VTO first, because he absolutely popped off in this game, and he's a rookie that has a lot of promise, and you as an experienced player, how did you kind of try and guide him, if at all, in kind of his first game in the LEC?
I'm not sure, honestly. It's I think it's mostly what we do every day, and how we like learn the game together and prepare for the match. I mean, I tried to tell him some good advices and some words, but it's I feel like it's like all this pre-game preparation, rituals, and staying calm in the game. It's very individual, right? So I don't really want to tell him what works for me. I just told him like some small advices and to see what works for him, right? And then even if he fails today, I mean, he played great, but even if he did fail today, then he can learn for next time, right? And just see how he wants to act before the matches.
It's quite interesting to hear that, VandeR, because I was talking to your coach before the LEC started, and he was telling me how like the plan behind having you and Kobe in the bottom lane was to have these experienced voices, to have this veterancy in the lineup, and then you have a very aggressive top side of the map. You know, Razork relatively new to the league, and then Hirit and Viteo actually in their rookie seasons. Do you think that you have that sort of calming influence over the team, or would you say that you're more of a laid-back figure when it comes to being that leading voice?
I think it depends. When I played in Rogue, I wanted to fight the most from the team, and everyone had to like calm me down and tell me to not go in all the time. Today I was also just like trying to run everywhere, and I was calling for a lot of fights. So I think it depends. I can do like both roles. Sometimes I'll be trying to calm down when I see people get stressed, but I also looking for plays and opportunities, right? Because I'm a support, so I kind of have to engage and look for the plays we can make on the map.
Yeah, as you say, like support's role a lot of the time is to engage. And when we talked about your guys' draft, it felt a little bit like you were lacking the traditional hard engage, like the Alistair running in with Shurelias or the Leona with the solar flare. It felt to me sometimes in this game like Fnatic were willing to take fights that perhaps they shouldn't have been. If they hadn't taken those fights, did you have a strategy that would have let you actually find those engaged targets?
I mean, no, in League, it's mostly you look to push out waves and then try to get control on the map with wards and then fight for objectives, right? So eventually they have to come. And if we manage to push out the waves and get positioned in the jungle, then the fight and engage is easier, right? Because I can just come in the bushes, Galio, or Renekton can flank, whatever, right? Or Zoe can look for a bubble. So we have, we don't have the easy engage like Alistair or Leona, but we have stuff like Renekton flash W or Galio going in. So it was not too bad regarding the engage, right? And they also have Hecarim, so I probably wouldn't pick Galio if they didn't go for Hecarim, but it's just a good pick into this jungler.
Forcing them to come to you instead of being the ones to actually make the fight start yourselves.
I mean, Hecarim kind of has to go in, right?
Yeah.
So if he doesn't go in, then he's quite useless. So yeah.
That's kind of what he does. Actually, very smart adaptation then when you saw the draft of Fnatic come out, I have to say. Let's talk about kind of the bot lane and your place in Misfits. I think it was quite a shock to a lot of people that you're no longer on Rogue and then now found your place in Misfits, but it seems to be working out quite well. What can you say about your integration into this team so far?
I mean, still, we are kind of a 6-man roster, so me and Denik are sharing the support spot. For now, I'm playing, but not sure how it's going to end up. But the team is very nice. I kind of have also this rogue vibe where I have some rookies in the team that are like fun because they don't know how everything works around LEC. You know, they get surprised by pretty much everything. So yeah, it's just fun. And then yeah, I'm happy to be in Misfits so far. It's going well, but now it's just one game, so can't go too happy and too excited.
Yeah, it's only one game. You brought up an interesting fact. Indeed, you are sharing the position with Denik, who was already on the roster last year. And in the past, we've seen this tried out with many teams. And it's sometimes very interesting to see the dynamic from a very experienced player like yourself, them being put in a position this deep in your career, where all of a sudden you are competing for a spot, let's say. How do you kind of envision that, and how do you mentally deal with that may be a dynamic that you haven't had to deal with in the past?
Well, so I kind of thought to myself that I want to be the starter and play my best, but if I will not, for some reason, that Denik comes out better, it means that he's just better and I will not really care about it. So because it's just better for the team if he is better than me, right? So then I'm just going to try to help the team in other ways. That's why I think it's quite more useful to have experienced players sharing roles than like 2 rookies, for example, because if one rookie is not playing, he doesn't bring that much value to the team. I think I can bring more even as a substitute. But yeah, hopefully I will be the starter, right?
I mean, you have to be objective here, so obviously you'll just see whatever gets fielded as the starter, but I'm happy that you got to start and win this game.
Just as a follow-up to that, do you ever think that like in a series you'll see yourselves changing in and out a little bit more rather than it being a purely Denik is starting or VandeR is starting?
Well, to be honest, I didn't think about it, and I don't know if coaches did from our team, but well, it's a possibility, I would say. Well, one day our top laner was sick and I wanted to play top lane screens, but it didn't let me, so that's kind of sad. But yeah, for playoffs, I definitely can see. I mean, you know, someone I will maybe have a bad day, and then Denik will be there to step in. We're gonna see how it goes, but yeah, not sure yet. First goal is to make playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't always happen.
No, it doesn't always work out, and that's of course the hope for Misfits. And the ideal position is, I guess, if you can swap someone out, pending on what champion pool is needed, what actions are needed, what mental state is needed. But that's a bit further down the line. So. Yeah, congratulations. I just want to go in. And I didn't know how to say this because we're about to look at a video about the match of the week. And it's your ex-team, Rogue. They're playing Fnatic. So the team you just beat and the team that you used to play for, they're in the match of the week tomorrow. But first, let's watch this video.
I'm very happy, but there's also a lot of pressure with filling these shoes. But I judge myself the most harshly. If I perform bad in whatever team, I will feel bad about it.
Once again, Amadage still doing work. It was Upset, just cleaning up the fight. Somehow got the triple, somehow got the penta.
I'm just really happy I have this opportunity to work with a lot of great players.
Does he bring the boys? Yes, he does! The flush chopped down!
Wimbo is losing his mind. He's building himself after that one. Nothing just flushed up the wall.
That's it, he's dead. Goodbye, double lift. Battlestar comes up, right at target. That's the engage. Jackie Love teleported back in, has been rooted in place, and top esports are getting destroyed in the river.
Yeah, I can see some parallels between me and Upset's trajectory, but the difference is that he's not living up to his hype, while I'm still being underrated by everyone.
I think there are many really good players that are in a bad situation. They can't really shine, so I can definitely see how Odo relates to me in this way.
Now Shadow's got to be wondering, why did I pull the Renekton into my team? Slide and Clyde is going to be up soon. That's the slice, that's the dice.
Odo's coming in from the bottom lane. This is the flank that he wants.
Oh, it's going to be huge.
There's the Hemo play. Odo waits for the perfect moment. That's going to pop. Not be able to do a lot more, though. Oh, the target! He does it again!
I feel like getting this chance right now with Rogue is one of like the best chances I have. Now it's just my time to show it.
The way I remember Rogue is like they figured out how to want to play the game. They're top 2 in summer 2020, and they walk into playoffs and get 3-0'd by Fnatic, and they're like, what happened?
Minions are pushing the Nexus. Larson! The mechanical god steps up.
Rogue, ladies and gentlemen, will be the first team to qualify for Worlds 2020.
Golden Shadow, there's the charm. Salve dives into the back line. And Rogue, they tried as they might, but you cannot stop Fnatic.
I'm just not sure what to say about Rogue. Obviously, it's Trimby, like it's an unknown factor. We've got a new mid jungle, so it's going to be interesting to see how the mainstays from Fnatic match up against their new players, because I think that's going to make the biggest difference.
Reckless was Fnatic's hero in the moments of end. And I feel like now that he left, when the end starts from Fnatic, there's no one to stop it.
Fnatic and G2 have always been the best teams because of the mainstay names. The fact that we lost ours and we haven't really gained a new one, it's going to be a test on whether we can create one.
Wow, what a fantastic match of the week video. Odoamne not holding any punches.
Yeah.
As per usual, I would say, saying that he's still underrated and he's going to show Upset who's boss. VandeR, what do you think of that matchup tomorrow, knowing that you scrimmed both teams, obviously, and you just beat Fnatic?
Yeah, we scrimmed Rogue a bit. We didn't scrim Fnatic because we just played them.
Yeah.
So yeah, didn't have much info on them. But yeah, we just played them. I think Rogue is in general a better team right now from what I saw today. But I think Trimby didn't have the best game today. And Hylissang, he knows how to punish people who don't feel confident in the game. So that would be like the only kind of link I would be scared of coming to Fnatic match. But I think if bot lane of Rogue will do solid, then I can see them smashing Fnatic like they did with Extra today.
Oh, I see. That's a great observation, actually, the fact that Hylissang, he does take advantage of lanes that may be you know, a bit open and might make a little bit of mistake, so we might see that tomorrow as well.
I think one of the big things we saw with Trimby today was it wasn't his laning that was really the weakness, it was his positioning as the game went on. Like, he had an okay early laning phase, he did some good rotations, and then as the game developed, he tended to get caught out, and he tended to use his ultimate pretty ineffectively as well. So that's where I'd be worried, because as VandeR said, Hylissang and Bwipo are very good at finding someone when they're overextended and then catching them out.
Yeah, we'll see tomorrow. Of course, we're not trying to overreact after the first day, but you know, we can't help but do it. So tomorrow, the Super Week continues. We have 3 days of games today. Sjokz versus XL is up. First, we have Vitality versus Misfits, which is our second game of the day. VandeR, Vitality has a couple of new faces as well. What do you think to that matchup tomorrow?
I actually expected way more from Vitality than they showed today. I thought they would like outclass Schalke pretty hard, and they lost in the end, right? I think so.
It was
was
close,
like a game
though. It was
for
very
them,
close.
Yeah. They didn't really do much proactive stuff except like flashing on Aphelios once in River early game. So yeah, I'm kinda disappointed after today, but maybe to just nerves, and they're gonna do better tomorrow. But yeah, I think it will be kind of an even game between us.
Yeah, first day jitters.
I think they're good. They are a good team.
Okay.
So VandeR, maybe a final question to kind of button this all up to you. You've been in the league for a few years now. You've been very successful. What is the goal of VandeR in this season?
Well, for me, goal is just to play good and beat other players. But for the team, I would say is to first make playoffs in spring and then get comfortable with each other. I think we are still not. We are still pretty unknown to each other, right? Inside the team, it's like we are here for like 3 weeks, not even 3 weeks. So yeah, we're not that comfortable with each other, and I think that's what we have to change. And then just working on team chemistry, and then for summer to be worlds, right? That's like the goal teams have. And if you're gonna do better than expected, then yeah.
Yeah, we want to see at least one clip where you go like, "I'm so good," or like,
Look at me, look at me, I'm so good.
Look at me. We expect that for sure. Yeah, thank you for talking to us. Would you mind taking a selfie?
Sure. I mean, you take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. You don't have to do
I
anything.
just smile.
As is tradition, exactly.
We have to make sure we
You're going to try and keep our distance, so maybe you go
I'll
a bit
go all the
to
way
the
back.
back.
We'll look like we're the same size, Sjokz.
Yes. And then selfie mode. And then, okay, I've got me and VandeR, and then, there you go. Wait, my head is too big. Lovely. Thank you so much, VandeR. And yeah, see you tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you, and yeah, good night, everyone.
Good night. Of course, you can, keep watching League of Legends at home. The LCS takes over from across the Atlantic, and the LEC is back tomorrow with more League of Legends. See you then.
Bye.
Welcome to the best league in the world.
FLICKR trying to get the fight started, but the input buffer now comes through. Does not quite work out for Humanoid, though. Gale Force still coming in. 80 carries, so incredibly mobile. Humanoid still alive, but that is a gore drinker Olaf, baby. Too much. There we go. 3-man pulverize. Pulverize. Olaf definitely looking really strong, as they're now just going to mow through the entire Mad Lions lineup. They push the trigger. The flash, the hook on Treats hits the perfect target. The sidestep is not what the team needed. Immediate first blood, though. Now just burning through the team. A double kill for Aphelios. Too much damage. It's going to start the fall. Jeskla! And that is why you pick the Kaisa. They're just good, but for now, Odoamne going to be leaping into the fight. The follow-up is there. The dunk back down. Rogue certainly taking priority, but Patrick looking to make the difference as Trippy's in the midst of it. Everything, and Larson is just throwing down damage left and right. Moonstone be damned. Rogue are not interested. That is the ace.
The exhaust goes down to Cock.
Neon!
Neon is able to turn it around with a double kill. He did not die.
It's 2021. We got 201 years on the board here. Neon holds on to the escape. The man cannot take damage.
Oh, we're going for it.
Abadaga, there's the fight in the river. Limit's going to get caught out, flashed over the wall. Up Rob is down. The dragon is available in 10 seconds time, and Shaka found the moment. The double sleep. That's a gigantic stone to Melisande. He's blown up with the help of Abadaga's ultimate. For his life as a teleport's complete. Herod is in the river, and now all of a sudden Razok's in trouble. He flashes away, knocked back by the barrel. Upset gets the kill. It's 3-2 in favor of Fnatic.
Yeah, really nicely done there by Boopa to come on in.
Goes forward with a smite. That's a golden Nisky. Battlestorm backwards. Goes golden as Selfmade runs away.
They get another one. Look at Aphelios goes in. He gets the bubble to double kill. And Upset can do nothing but watch.